Welcome to Live Interactive English. I'm Hanny.
Hello there, Hanny.
Hello there, Shane.
That's me. I'm Shane. Nice
Why
to see you.
are you so excited?
Because I think that we're talking about an really interesting topic, so I can't wait to talk about it.
About
it's like cuttlefish and dating.
And dating? Wait.
Yeah,
cuttlefish and dating?
They use kind of like their ink to like attract people, like attract mates.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought they use ink to get away from their enemies.
I think they do both.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I just thinking it's really interesting. Like humans also will use, like we use scent. Of course, we use clothing and things like that. As a matter of fact, today I was on the MRT and there was a lady in front of me. And wow, she smelled really good, right? She smelled really nice. And I was thinking, oh, I really would love that perfume. Like I'd like to buy it for my wife because it has such a nice scent. So I sat there behind her on the escalator, and the escalator is a very long one, so I had a lot of time to think.
To smell it.
And a lot of time to smell it, yeah. And the more I smelled it, the more I was just like, oh, I really want to ask her what brand of perfume is that? And so I thought about it and gonna tap, and maybe I shouldn't because I was afraid that maybe she might be scared or take it in the wrong way. But I really it's kind of like you see somebody's, like a pair of shoes and say, oh, wow, those are really cool. Where did you get them? But maybe perfume, since the design of it is kind of for attraction, it might give her the wrong feeling, so I decided it's better that I just keep my mouth shut.
I'm glad you didn't do it, because you would sound like a 怪叔叔.
Really? Why? She was also 还蛮成熟的，她不是一个小朋友，是太年轻的女生，她是大概40岁左右。
Okay.
我50岁，所以我觉得这个应该不算是太怪叔叔的感觉。
Well, I think maybe in our culture, it's not appropriate
to
do that.
That's why I thought I shouldn't. All right, let's get into the lesson. Enough about me.
好，那我们就来学学看关于这个乌贼他们是怎么把妹的。好，我们来看课文吧。
Cuttlefish are known to shoot ink at predators to escape them. However, recent studies have shown that they also use ink to attract mates. Scientists in Japan studied a certain type of cuttlefish and found that the males courted females by touching them with two special tentacles. While they did this, the males also released ink into the water. Once there was enough ink in the water, the male cuttlefish spread it around. This made the water around them black. The male cuttlefish now looked extra white against the new dark background. The scientists believe that the males used this visual display to impress the females.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back.
So for our Cloze test unit this month, we've got an article and the title is...
It's called Dating Cuttlefish Style.
Oh, Cuttlefish Style. 乌贼式的把妹技。好，我们现在想想看，这个 Cuttlefish 它就是指乌贼，那么它的单复数同形哦，就像 fish 它也是单复数同形这样。
Yeah, it's not a cuddle.
不是 cuddle，
cuddle
抱它。
C-U-D-D-L-E means to cuddle, but it sounds the same, kind of, when you say it.
听起来就是很像，因为 cuddle C-U-D-D-L-E 就像你去抱猫啊、抱小朋友或什么，就是充满爱的拥抱方式这样 ，right?
I like cuddling.
Okay. 但这边是 C-U-T-T-L-E.
Okay.
Okay, so let's start reading.
Okay, cuttlefish are known to shoot ink at predators to escape them.
So they use ink to get away from their enemies,
right?
Right,
so to escape, that's a verb. It means to get away from a dangerous place or thing or situation, or get away from something that is difficult or unpleasant.
哦，OK，所以这个 escape 它就可以表达逃避啊、逃脱或者是逃离的意思。老师可以帮我们看一个例句吗？
The family managed to escape the war.
哦，逃离战争这样子。好，那我们来看看这边有个补充单字是 predator。Predator 就是掠食者或者是掠食性的动物。So it's an animal that kills or eats other animals, right?
Yeah, hunts them.
那老师相反呢，被 hunted.
Prey.
啊 ，prey, P-R-E-Y.
Not prey, P-R-A-Y, but prey, P-R-E-Y. They sound the same. They're homonyms. They sound the same, but different meanings. So we'll say predator and prey.
Predator and prey. 好，所以 P-R-E-Y 这个字则是指猎物、被捕食的动物。So it's just an animal that is hunted or killed by another animal for food.
Correct.
Okay, continuing.
Continuing, however, recent studies have shown that they also use ink to attract mates.
Interesting.
Kind of makes sense, though.
Really?
In the animal kingdom, you know, you use things like colors and scents and pheromones, that kind of thing, to try to attract a mate.
但我以为这个他们喷出这个 ink 就是要来吓走
It
其他
depends.
动物。
I guess it depends on who you're shooting the ink at.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
but to attract, that's a verb. It just means to cause someone to like or be interested in something. So if you're attracted by something, it interests you and makes you want it, right? If you're attracted by somebody, you like or admire them.
OK， 好，我们来看一下 attract 这个动词，就是有吸引啊，或者是引起什么的兴趣，或者是注意。那我们在后面加上 ive 变成 attractive，那就可以形容是有吸引力的 ，right? So
You are attractive.
Oh, you are too.
但
是你还是不能在那个陌生女孩的后面说她很香。
I've learned my lesson, but actually, I knew I had the good sense not to say anything to her on the MRT.
Okay.
I just let her go along her way. An example sentence could be his kind personality attracted her.
His kind personality attracted
her, yes.
Okay.
Attracted her, yes.
好，那我们继续来看下一句，它怎么说
？Scientists in Japan studied a certain type of cuttlefish and found that the males courted females by touching them with two special tentacles.
OK， 好，这边有一个单字是 scientist，那我们都知道 science 就是科学，所以 scientist 就是科学家 ，right?
Right, a person who's trained in science and whose job involves doing scientific research or solving scientific problems.
Right.
So, for example, you could say scientists are trying to find a cure for the disease.
好，那这边还有补充单字，一个是 court，court 在这边当动词，它就是表达动物对什么来求爱啊、追求的意思。还有 tentacle 就是有点像这个，就是海洋动物的触手、触角。
It's like their arm.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Kind of like their arms.
Right.
Right. 所以 tentacle 就是这个名词，表达触手、触角。And then we read on, it says,
While they did this, the males also blank ink into the water.
好，题目意思是熊乌贼这么做时，也会将墨汁空格到水中。那这边考我们动词来看选项。Our options are
A. Rejected.
拒绝、摒弃的意思。
B. Preferred.
偏好、更喜爱。
C. Released.
它可以表达释出啊、排放。
D. Proposed.
这可以表达建议、提议。那语义上来看呢，最适合答案会是 C released， 就可以表达将墨汁排放到水中，其他选项意思都不符合。So the correct sentence would be
While they did this, the males also released ink into the water.
Okay, so once there was enough ink in the water, the male cuttlefish spread it around. And then this made the water around them black.
Interesting. Okay. So I guess that's their way of attracting the female.
try to make their background black.
Oh, I understand. It's like making it nighttime, like turning off the lights in the room.
And it's getting romantic.
Getting more romantic. I understand you, male cuttlefish. Okay, so the male cuttlefish now blank against the new dark background.
好，题目意思是，此时熊乌贼在新的深色背景前空格。那这边考我们词组 ，So our options are
A. Offered food.
提供食物
B. Made low sounds.
发出低沉的声音
C. Grabbed the females.
抓住雌性
D. Looked extra white.
看起来格外的白，特别的白，这样。那课文前面提到说，熊乌贼在求偶的时候会释放出这个墨汁到水里，然后再把墨汁散开。那我们如果偷看题目句子下一句，它又提到科学家认为这是视觉的展示，我们可以推断最适合的选项会是 D. Looked.Extra white 就是表达这时候熊乌贼在新的深色背景前面看起来格外的白。
I'm glad he didn't just grab her. That would just be rude, not very gentlemanlike.
Or offered food and then the food becomes black.
Oh, yeah, that's true too.
Right. 好，那我来看，so the correct sentence would be
The male cuttlefish now looked extra white against the new dark background.
Okay, so 这边有一个单字是 background, right?
Okay, so the background is like the part of a picture, photograph, or a view behind the main objects, people, etc. So, for example, you could say Zach looked at a picture of a woman with a church in the background.
好，所以 background 就是背景的意思。好，那我们再来看看下一句它怎么说。
The scientists believe that the males use this visual display to blank the females.
好，题目意思是科学家认为熊乌贼利用这种视觉展示来让这个雌乌贼空格。那这题考我们是动词，来看选项。Our options are
A. Guard.
保卫、守卫。
B. Impress.
使什么印象深刻啊？使钦佩的意思。
C. Manage.
它有管理、掌管，也可以表达顺利完成，尤其是指顺利完成困难的事。这时候后面通常会接 to 加原形动词。
And D. Emphasize.
这是指强调、重视。那课文第一段最后一句就有提到说，最近研究显示，乌贼也会利用墨汁来吸引配偶。语义上来看呢，最适合选项就会是 be impressed 来表达使印象深刻、使钦佩。也就是说，熊乌贼他们利用这种视觉展示来让雌乌贼印象深刻。So the correct sentence would be
The scientists believe that the males used this visual display to impress the females.
make it romantic and make himself look
I guess
more handsome.
Yeah, I guess they maybe
Shiny?
Yeah, because white maybe it's reflecting more light, looks
yeah.
shinier, so maybe that is just more impressive.
Right. So now let's take a short break and then we'll come back and read more.
See you after the break.
Some other scientists think that the ink may also have a special smell that attracts possible mates. Cuttlefish generally live in the deep sea. Here, it is very dark. Therefore, a special smell could be the perfect way for a cuttlefish to let other cuttlefish know that it is nearby. So, just as we put on cologne to make ourselves more attractive, cuttlefish use their ink.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back.
So before the break, we read about maybe the scientists think that the male cuttlefish would use their ink to make their background black.
Right, and that makes them look more white and shiny, we're
Right,
guessing.
to make them stand out.
Stand out.
Right, okay. So now let's read on to find out more.
Okay, some other scientists think that the ink may also have a special smell that attracts possible mates.
哦，这就是我们刚刚说到那个香水香味的部分咯。
I'm guessing,
Maybe.
if it were me, just guessing which one it is, I think there's probably some type of a pheromone, some type of a scent in there that's attracting them. I don't think it's to stand out.
对，也许是有特殊气味的。
That's my opinion.
Maybe we can read on.
Okay, cuttlefish generally live in the deep sea. Here, it is very dark.
And then it says, blank, a special smell could be the perfect way for a cuttlefish to let other cuttlefish know that it is nearby. So maybe you're right.
Thinking it sounds a bit more reasonable.
好，它的题目意思是空格逗号，特殊气味可能是乌贼让其他乌贼知道它就在附近的完美方式。那这边考我们转折词，来看选项。Our options are
A, instead.
作为替代，相反。
B, besides.
它可以表达而且除什么什么之外还有什么什么。
C, therefore.
这可以表达因此所以。
D, similarly.
好，这个字是表达同样的或是相似的。那课文前面提到说，乌贼通常栖息在非常暗的深海中，那可以推断说，视觉在这个环境里面可能就比较派不上用场嘛。那上下文的语义来看，空格应该填入具有因果关系的转折词，就可以表达说，因此啊，特殊气味可能是乌贼让其他乌贼知道它就在附近的完美方式。So the correct sentence would be,
Therefore, a special smell could be the perfect way for a cuttlefish to let other cuttlefish know that it is nearby.
Oh, and then we read on, it says,
So, just as we blank cologne to make ourselves more attractive, cuttlefish use their ink.
oh wow, so the ink is their cologne.
That's my guess.
所以这个题目意思是说，所以正如我们空格古龙水让自己更有吸引力一样，乌贼会用它们的墨汁。那这边的 cologne 就是古龙水。
Right, and typically we use the word cologne to talk about what males wear.
通常是男性用的，
Yeah,
对
and
不对
perfume for females.
？Perfume 是女
In
性。
Chinese, it's all 香水, right?
对，
But
对。
we separate that to perfume and cologne, depending on gender.
所以古龙水比较会是男性用的，对不对？然后 perfume 是女性用的这样子。好，那这边考我们片语动词，我们就来看看选项咯。So our options are
A, put on.
这可以指涂抹，然后像是穿啊、戴之类的。
B, go after.
这可以表达追捕、跟着、追赶。
C, take over.
这是指接管、取得对什么的控制。
D, mess up.
就是弄糟、搞砸、弄脏、弄乱这样子。好，那从语义上来看，最适合选项会是 A, put on。我们用 put on cologne 来表达那种擦香水、喷香水、喷古龙水的那个语义。So the correct sentence would be,
So, just as we put on cologne to make ourselves more attractive, cuttlefish use their ink.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, so there are a couple of theories here. I think I'm going with the scent theory. That-
Me too.
Yeah, it does seem to make a little bit more sense. And I think in the animal kingdom, there is a lot of, we say pheromones when we're talking about the smell that comes from your body that's used to attract different members of your, like different gender.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And so I think that's really a pheromone thing because in the animal kingdom, you see that a lot.
所以我觉得在这动物王国可以看到很多很有趣，就是求偶的方式，不管是用气味或是展开外表，像孔雀也有不同的做
Yeah,
法。
whether it's using visual cues or olfactory cues
Right.
or maybe something with sound.
Yeah,
There's all different ways to attract
There's a lot to
people,
learn about them.
animals. That's right.
Right. So that's it for today, and thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys next time.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Cuttlefish are known to shoot ink at predators to escape them. However, recent studies have shown that they also use ink to attract mates. Scientists in Japan studied a certain type of cuttlefish and found that the males courted females by touching them with two special tentacles. While they did this, the males also released ink into the water. Once there was enough ink in the water, the male cuttlefish spread it around. This made the water around them black. The male cuttlefish now looked extra white against the new dark background. The scientists believe that the males use this visual display to impress the females. Some other scientists think that the ink may also have a special smell that attracts possible mates. Cuttlefish generally live in the deep sea. Here, it is very dark. Therefore, a special smell could be the perfect way for a cuttlefish to let other cuttlefish know that it is nearby. So, just as we put on cologne to make ourselves more attractive, cuttlefish use their ink.
Here's how to play. The host will be holding 3 cards. Each card will have 2 sentences containing a secret vocabulary word or phrase that has been replaced by the word bear. The host will read the sentences out loud for the contestants to guess. Whoever guesses first gets a point. The person with the most points wins. And you can play along too.
Hi everyone, I'm Carolyn.
I'm Steven.
I'm Kiki. All right, are you both ready to get started?
Yes, we are.
Okay, the first one is a verb and it's one word. The park bears a variety of fun activities to do. Frank bared to give Sally a ride home when it started to rain.
Offer.
Yes, offer. Okay, one for Steven. I'll read the sentences. The park offers a variety of fun activities to do. Frank offered to give Sally a ride home when it started to rain. All right.
Really good, Steven.
I know.
So supportive.
Okay.
Okay, let's go on to the second one.
Okay.
It's a verb and it's one word. The kids bear not to be too loud during lunch. After messing up, Gina bared to try and do better.
Attempt. Tried.
I'll read one more time.
Okay.
The kids bear not to be too loud during lunch. After messing up, Gina bared to try and do better.
Failed.
Attempt, try.
Okay, I'll give it to you.
Okay.
It's promise.
Oh.
Yeah, a few different things could have worked there. I'll read the sentences.
Okay.
The kids promise not to be too loud during lunch. After messing up, Gina promised to try and do better.
Probably
Okay.
both of those. I feel like they didn't succeed. I just feel it.
Okay.
Okay, last one is a phrase. It's 2 words.
Yay!
Okay. Getting up at 6 a.m. is often bear high school students. Raining all day is pretty bear winter in Taipei.
What?
This one might be a little bit.
Common. It's very.
You're on the right track.
Can you read it again?
Yes. Getting up at 6 a.m. is often bear high school students. Raining all day is pretty bear winter in Taipei.
Common among.
Hard for?
It's very.
You're on the right track, Steven.
Tough. Oh.
It's very.
Okay, I will give it to you. It is normal for.
Oh.
Normal for. So I'll read the sentences. Getting up at 6 a.m. is often normal for high school students. Raining all day is pretty normal for winter in Taipei.
Yes, that makes sense.
So
I don't know if it's because we're just not smart or if those were just difficult.
I think they were difficult.
Let's
Yeah,
just
I
say
think
they were
they
difficult
were-
for the sake of our egos.
yeah, so I think that was
Me,
one.
I got
yeah.
1 point.
The
Yeah,
one.
the one.
The one.